Have you ever reached for something on the top shelf, only to pause and wonder when that simple movement started feeling like a chore? Or stood up from your favorite chair and noticed your knees making more noise than the television? These little signs may seem harmless at first, but they can quietly chip away at the one thing we all want to protect as we grow older: our independence. Staying independent doesn't mean you have to be climbing mountains or running marathons. It means being able to take care of yourself, move freely, and live your life without constantly depending on others. And the truth is, keeping that freedom intact after 65 has less to do with big changes and more to do with the small habits you build into your everyday life. In this video, we're going to explore 5 simple yet powerful daily habits that can help you stay strong, clear-minded, and confident in your independence, no matter your age. These aren't complicated routines. They're the kind of habits that gently support your strength, balance, and self-reliance from the inside out. Let's begin with something we often take for granted: how you start your morning. There's something deeply symbolic about those first few minutes of the day. They can either set you up for calm confidence or send you into a spiral of stiffness, sluggishness, and frustration. That's why one of the most powerful habits you can adopt is a gentle, purposeful morning stretch. Now, I'm not talking about anything extreme here. No yoga mat, no complicated poses. Just a few slow, mindful movements in bed or right after you get up. Gently roll your shoulders, stretch your arms overhead, move your ankles in circles, and take 3 deep breaths. These tiny movements do more than just wake up your body. They stimulate circulation, loosen your joints, and remind your muscles it's time to support you. It's a quiet kind of strength, the kind that builds day after day. And it helps reduce the chances of a fall, which we all know can quickly threaten independence. Think of it like warming up the engine of a classic car. A few extra minutes in the morning makes everything else run smoother. Once you've eased into your day, the next habit is one you literally carry with you: hydration. It might not sound exciting, but drinking enough water is like giving your body a tune-up every single day. As we age, our sense of thirst dulls. That means you could be mildly dehydrated without even knowing it, which can lead to fatigue, dizziness, confusion, and even constipation, all of which can make simple tasks feel harder than they need to be. A simple way to stay ahead of this is to build hydration into your routine. Keep a glass or bottle of water by your favorite chair or next to the remote. Sip it throughout the day. Herbal teas, broths, and fruits like watermelon or oranges also count. Your muscles, joints, and even your brain work better when they're properly hydrated. You feel more clear-headed, steady, and able to do what you need to do on your terms. And here's something most people forget. Being just a little dehydrated can make your balance worse. So that glass of water, it's not just refreshing, it's helping you stay upright and strong. Now let's talk about movement, not exercise necessarily, but intentional movement. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. Just a walk around the house, some light gardening, or even standing up and sitting back down from your chair a few times. The key is consistency. Your body thrives on motion, muscles stay active, joints stay lubricated, blood keeps flowing. When we stop moving, even for a couple of days, we start to lose function faster than we realize. That's why regular, gentle movement is like a daily deposit into your independence bank. One woman I spoke with said she started walking to her mailbox twice a day instead of once. It added maybe 5 minutes to her day, but within a couple of weeks, she noticed her legs felt stronger and her balance improved. That's the beauty of this habit. It doesn't take much. Just something every day to remind your body that you're still in charge. Now that we've touched on the power of morning stretches, hydration, and daily movement, let's keep going. There's a kind of confidence that comes from knowing your body will support you when you need it. But independence isn't just about physical strength, it's also about mental clarity. And one of the simplest yet most overlooked habits that supports both your brain and body is mindful eating. It's easy to fall into patterns as we get older. Grabbing a snack here, skipping a proper meal there, or eating while distracted in front of the TV. But the way you nourish yourself, when, how, and what you eat, has a direct effect on your energy, balance, mood, and memory. Let's take a moment to talk about protein. Many older adults simply don't get enough of it, and without realizing it, they begin to lose muscle, especially the kind that helps you stand tall, walk steadily, and avoid falls. Adding just a little more lean protein into your meals can be a game changer. Think eggs in the morning, Greek yogurt with fruit, a handful of nuts, or a slice of chicken at lunch. But here's the key: slow down and enjoy the food. Don't rush through it. Make it a habit to sit down, chew slowly, and give yourself that moment to reconnect with your body. This simple act not only improves digestion, it reminds your brain that you're cared for. It's hard to overstate how much of your independence starts with the small decisions you make at the table. And what often goes hand in hand with nourishment is something less visible, but equally vital: connection. Daily connection with someone, even if it's just for a few minutes, can lift your spirit and protect your independence in ways you might not expect. You see, loneliness doesn't just feel sad, it can literally affect your health. It can lead to poor sleep, reduced motivation, and even weaken your immune system. But even brief, regular contact with others has the opposite effect. It stimulates your mind, keeps your emotions in balance, and reminds you that you're still part of something larger. Maybe it's a phone call to a friend while you drink your coffee, or a wave and a short chat with a neighbor as you water your plants, or leaving a kind comment on a video like this one. That sense of being seen and heard, even in small ways, strengthens your confidence and helps you stay socially and mentally active. And there's another benefit. When you stay connected, you're more likely to keep up your other habits. People who regularly talk to friends or check in with family tend to move more, eat better, and take better care of themselves. It's a ripple effect that starts with a single conversation. Now imagine this. You've stretched in the morning, stayed hydrated, moved your body, nourished yourself with real food, and made a warm connection with someone in your day. That's not just a good day, that's a foundation for independence. These daily choices, none of them dramatic or overwhelming, begin to work together. They reinforce each other like threads in a strong fabric. And that's really what independence is at this stage of life. It's not about never needing help. It's about weaving together habits that let you live your life on your terms, with dignity, with purpose. Let's take a breath here and get ready to look at the final piece. Because while staying physically strong and mentally connected are key, there's one more habit that ties them all together and supports your independence in the most personal way. Now let's bring it all together with a final habit that might surprise you. It doesn't involve diet or movement. It doesn't require any equipment, and yet it might be the most powerful of them all: intentional reflection. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of daily life, even after retirement. We check the calendar, take our pills, do the laundry, maybe go for a walk, and suddenly it's evening. But carving out a few minutes each day to reflect on how you're feeling, physically, emotionally, mentally, can help you spot small changes before they become big challenges. You might sit with a cup of tea in the morning and simply ask yourself, how did I sleep? Do I feel strong today? Did I stretch or move enough yesterday? You don't need to journal or track every detail, though you certainly can if it helps. What matters is building that quiet moment into your day where you turn inward and really listen to your body. This habit can alert you to early signs of fatigue, dizziness, low mood, or even forgetfulness. And when you notice those things early, you're in a better position to respond, whether that means calling your doctor, taking an extra rest, or simply being a little more gentle with yourself that day. But this reflection isn't just about staying alert to problems. It's also a moment to notice what's working. Maybe you realize you've been sleeping better since adding more protein to your meals, or that your walks feel easier since you started stretching each morning. These are small victories, and they deserve to be celebrated. Recognizing your progress helps reinforce your independence. It builds confidence, and confidence builds action. And there's something else, something subtle but deeply important. When you pause for a moment of reflection, you also reconnect with your why. Why are you choosing these habits in the first place? Is it to keep traveling? To play with your grandkids? To stay in your home as long as you can? Holding that reason in your heart makes the daily choices feel less like chores and more like acts of self-respect. You're not just drinking water or doing stretches, you're choosing to protect the life you've built. That is powerful. So now, as we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate what we've uncovered. The habits that keep you independent aren't flashy. They aren't based on gimmicks or expensive products. They're simple, human, and deeply personal. It's about waking up and moving your body, gently but consistently. About drinking that glass of water before your morning coffee. About choosing foods that nourish rather than just fill. About reaching out for connection and taking a moment to tune in to yourself. None of these things take hours. None of them require perfection. But together, they build a rhythm of self-care that keeps you steady, balanced, and strong. And the beautiful part? It's never too late to begin. Even if today you only start with one habit, maybe drinking a bit more water or calling a friend, you're already moving in the right direction. Because independence isn't about doing everything, it's about doing something, and doing it with intention. You deserve to feel strong, capable, and respected in your own life. You've earned that. And every day, with every choice, you can reinforce that strength. If this video spoke to you, I'd love to hear about it. What habits help you feel independent? What's your biggest challenge right now? Leave a comment below. I read every one of them, and your story might help someone else feel less alone. If you found this helpful, give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. We're building a space here for people like you, people who want to keep learning, growing, and thriving at every age. Here's to staying strong, staying connected, and staying you. Because aging doesn't mean giving up your freedom. It means owning it in a whole new way. Thanks for being here. You're not alone, and you're doing better than you think.